Bala bro, I bought a book teaching AI, but the first chapter is all about installing software, and I can't even get it to work. Can you just teach me what AI actually is?
Ho ho ho, AI? It's simple. I'll first pass on a set of mantras. If you can grasp their meaning, you'll have entered the gate of AI.
There you go again. Don't think I'm easy to fool. What kind of strange mantras is it this time?
Listen closely. This is the 4 Genesis art. Inner product reveals all. Viva nilu from essence. At the threshold, the mind awakens. The way of data forges the soul.
What in the world are you talking about? You're being deliberately mysterious again. Are you going to teach me or not?
Don't rush. The method must be understood through practical experience. Have you heard of the Golden Cross?
Huh? Golden Cross? Isn't that a signal for buying and selling stocks? I heard about that in high school. Don't try to trick me with it.
Then tell me, what is the Golden Cross, as far as you know?
I'll keep it as simple as possible in case you don't understand. It's when the short-term moving average breaks through the long-term moving average from below. Simply put, when the average stock price of the recent 5 days, 5MA, is greater than the average of the recent 10 days, 10MA, it's a buy signal.
Very good. Now turn this human wisdom into a mathematical formula.
You're so dense. It's simply, if 5MA greater than 10MA, then it's a buy signal. Otherwise, continue to wait and see.
You're not wrong. This is indeed a type of human wisdom.
No! I want to learn that cool kind of artificial intelligence that looks like brain neurons, not this old wisdom derived from experience.
I will now let you personally witness how your written human wisdom is gradually transformed and refined into an artificial neural network.
What? You're pulling my leg! How can this possibly be related to a neural network?
Watch closely. The first step is to perform the first method of the Guild of Perception. Inner product reveals all. I'll perform a magic trick. Subtract 10MA from both sides of your condition, 5MA greater than 10MA, and it becomes 5MA minus 10MA greater than 0.
That's correct.
Then, let P subscript minus K represent the closing price K days ago, and let's write it out like an Excel spreadsheet. Next, by factoring out 1/5 using the distributive property, your 5MA is equivalent to a long string of accumulated products. Similarly, 10MA can also be changed into a long string of accumulated products. If we recalculate 5MA minus 10MA, you'll find that it's just a long string of product accumulations. For convenience, engineers will package this set of multipliers into a long list of numbers, which is mathematically called a vector. Your wisdom has already been refined by me into a secret formula list.
Wow, it really does look like a magic trick.
This set of numbers is what we call a magical filter kernel, the operation of performing a product accumulation between the stock prices of the last 10 days, and this filter is called the inner product. Inner product reveals all means take the stock prices of the last 10 days and perform an inner product with this rising trend template to see how high their resonance level is. If the result is positive, it signifies an upward trend, which is the golden cross. See, my method has completely eliminated the division in your formula. Just this one step saves a massive amount of resources and hardware design.
That's just avoiding division. You still have to use an if this then that statement to judge if the result is positive or negative before you can make a decision.
Aha! Your thinking is quick when it comes to stocks. You are absolutely right. Your if then that is precisely the last barrier preventing human wisdom from turning into a neural network. Therefore, we must use the third core method. At the threshold, the mind awakens to break this barrier.
All right, stop keeping me in suspense. Tell me now.
The so-called at the threshold, the mind awakens, is using a non-linear function to replace your rigid if-then-that logic. Do you remember the acid-base titration experiment you did in junior high?
Yes! When you reach a certain point, the indicator changes color instantly. Ah, I get it. It's like a switch. When the energy accumulates to a certain point, it triggers, right?
Exactly. We inject the result of inner product reveals all into this color changing indicator, and it can replace your if condition. Furthermore, in computers, the if condition consumes a lot of resources. By replacing it, we can transform sequential judgment into a massive parallel computation, allowing you to monitor the golden cross for tens of thousands of stocks simultaneously.
Wow, that sounds powerful. And what about the last move? The way of data forges the soul? Just hearing it gives me a headache.
The way of data forges the soul is the most profound method. It's about letting the neural network find its own enlightenment through massive amounts of data. We no longer need to painstakingly design a bunch of 0.1, minus zero point 0.1 filters like an engineer, but rather let the network discover the heavenly secret for trend insight itself. Imagine we are calibrating the four legs of a lab table, with the goal of making the tabletop perfectly level. The bubble level on the table is the neural network's error, which we call the loss function. Our goal is to bring the bubble to the center.
I adjust levels all the time.
You wouldn't adjust one leg a bit, then another, and then look at the bubble level, would you?
How could be that dumb? That's hilarious.
In engineering, we use a systematic method to adjust. For example, we gently move one table leg and observe which direction and how far the bubble moves. A large movement means that leg has a significant impact. A small movement means a smaller impact. This degree of impact is mathematically called the gradient. Shaking the leg and observing the bubble's movement is mathematically called partial differentiation.
Wow! I understand this explanation. But I see that AI models trained by companies like Google have hundreds of millions of variables. Do they also adjust those legs slowly like this?
For complex networks, they use a technique called backpropagation. It efficiently finds the influence of all those hundreds of millions of table legs on the tabletop. It's like a master craftsman who, upon seeing the bubbles offset, can immediately tell his apprentice how much to adjust each leg. For now, let's just know that this technique exists. In short, after grasping the influence of all table legs on the bubble, we adjust them uniformly. Adjust more for those with a large impact, and less or not at all for those with a small impact. This whole method of shaking the legs, observing the change, and leveling the tabletop is the famous gradient descent method.
All right, I guess you made your point. But why didn't you talk about weave anew from essence?
This is the key to evolving from an amoeba. Aggregation molds the true form is an advanced method you'll learn in the future. It has two meanings. The first is the combination of filters. We can combine several feature detectors to form a more comprehensive network of thought.
Like, deciding whether to buy doesn't just rely on one golden cross, but also checking volume, bottom forming reversals, and a bunch of other indicators so you don't fall into a trap.
Your thinking gets sharp when it comes to stocks. Exactly. The second meaning is the concept of a basis. That's a method only used in generative AI. Today, we learned about reasoning and analytical AI, which only tells you whether you should buy tomorrow. Generative AI, however, will slowly shape an image of a cat, or the sound of a cat meowing.
Oh, that really is weave anew from essence.
For today, just firmly memorize the 4 incantations of the Guild of Perception. They are the foundation for understanding all neural networks. As for the mathematical secrets and practical methods within, I will teach you slowly later. and I'll start teaching these mathematical secrets from Excel.
I can learn AI using Excel?
Oh, yes. Are you excited?
This has been an intuitive explanation from Bala and CC. If you are looking for general academic information, you can find the link to supplementary materials in the video description. We also created an AI teaching assistant group for today's video content. You can discuss any related topics from this video with the assistants. Don't want to miss Bala and CC's explanation videos? Then don't forget to subscribe to the channel.